Welcome everyone! Today we're going to teach you how to color your favorite Disney princess Cinderella using our favorite Crayola markers. So first, let's go over how the beautiful marker works. We want to make sure that we are staying within the line, so we want to color inside the outline of the entire picture. So let's look at the marker. And we love these Crayola markers because they're washable and don't create a big mess and are easy for cleanup. So when we open the marker, we see that there is a pointy part of the marker and then also a flat side to the marker. I'm going to show you how to use all the sides of the markers to ensure you get the perfect coloring job done. So let's start with the dress of Cinderella. Does anyone remember what color Cinderella's dress is? Did somebody say blue? You are absolutely right. So we're going to color in Cinderella's dress using our blue marker first. So watch what I do. I'm going to use the point and the side of the marker all together at the same time to outline the dress. So you want to make sure that the point of the marker is pointing towards the outline. So watch what I do. I point the point or tip of the marker towards the outline. And then I use the flat surface to color in the inner side of the outline. And now if you miss any spots between the outline and the color, there's no problem. You just go over it with the tip of your marker. And now watch what I'm doing here again. And you want to work slowly to make sure that you are not going outside of the lines. Okay, so remember the point of the marker is directed towards the outline of the picture. Great. We're going to do the same thing, and if you need to, you can turn the picture around to make sure that you get better access to the outline. So again, the point of the marker towards the outline of the picture, and you want to work nice and slow and keep a steady hand to make sure you stay inside the lines. Okay. Again, I'm turning the picture around so I can get better access to the outline. So tip of the marker towards the outline of the picture once again. Okay, and you can adjust your hand as many times as you want to make sure it's more comfortable. So the reason why I'm using the flat side of the marker versus just the tip is because it covers more surface area. So I'm going to show you right here what it would look like if I only use the tip of the marker. So you can see how thin the line there is compared to the other side where I use the whole entire flat side of the marker. So when you use the flat side of the marker, it makes coloring a lot easier and quicker. So you see how much surface area I cover when I use the flat side of the marker versus just the tip. Okay, so now we did the outline of the entire dress, and now we're going to use the flat side of the marker to color in the entire dress. And when you color, you want to go in the same direction instead of crisscrossing to avoid more overlapping lines. And any little white spots that you miss, you can just go over them with the tip of your marker. Great job. And now we're going to go over just that spot with the tip of the marker. Okay, and now we have finished coloring the body of Cinderella's dress. Now we're going to go on to the puff sleeves of Cinderella's dress. Now, does anyone know what color that is? You're right, it's a light blue. So in the thicker Crayola markers, we don't have another blue. Instead, we only have the royal blue, so we're going to use the thinner Crayola markers to go and color the puffs of the sleeves. Because usually what the light blue represents in animation is the sparkly silver color. So we're going to outline the puffs of the sleeves again. So using the point of the marker towards the outline of the photo, and then using the flat side of the marker towards the inside of the outline. Beautiful. And remember to work slowly again, because we want to make sure that we're staying inside the lines. And now if you do go outside of the lines, don't worry, mistakes happen. And it happens to me all the time. So what you want to do is you just want to keep practicing, because practice always makes perfect. Okay, I'm just going over some of the white spots we missed with the tip of the marker. And now that we have finished doing the outline, we're going to go and color in the rest of the sleeves. And again, I'm using the flat side of the marker to cover more surface area, so it doesn't take me as long to color, and also won't look as messy. Perfect. Now moving on to the next sleeve. Who loves coloring as much as I do? Do you? Coloring is so relaxing and so much fun. So again, I'm using the side of the marker and coloring in the same direction and just going over any missed spots with the tip of my marker, working very slowly. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to the collar or the neckline of the dress, which is also a sparkly color. And so we're going to use the light blue. We're going to work really slowly because this is a thin area. And again, using the point of the marker towards the outline, and then the flat surface of the marker towards the inside of the outline. Great job. Okay, now does anyone know what other part of Cinderella is sparkly? You got it, it's her crown. So we're going to go over the crown with the light blue again, but we're going to work really slowly because there's lots of details in Cinderella's crown. So we're using mostly the point of the marker because we want to make sure that we get around all the little details of Cinderella's beautiful sparkly crown. And again, we're working really slowly to make sure that we don't go outside any of the lines. So when you're coloring, you want to make sure that you're never rushing. That's the beauty of art. You don't have to rush. You just enjoy the entire time creating beautiful art. Again, I'm going really slowly using the tip of my marker, going around all the details of Cinderella's crown. Beautiful! All done! Now, what other area of Cinderella do we need to make sparkly? You're right, it's her earrings. So again, we're using the tip of the marker, working very slowly. Now there's one last piece of jewelry on Cinderella that is sparkly that we have in color. Can anyone guess what that is? Did somebody say her necklace? You're right. So now we have to color in her necklace with the sparkly light blue color. I'm going to work really slowly because this is a thin area. I turn the page around so I have better access. Working very, very slowly to make sure we stay inside the lines. Beautiful. Great job. Okay, so the next part that we're going to do on Cinderella is, can anyone guess? Did somebody say her hair? Now, does anyone know what color Cinderella's hair is? Did somebody say golden? You're right. So we're going to use the color yellow to represent her golden blonde hair. So the same thing again, we're going to use the point or tip of the marker towards the outline and the flat side of the surface towards the inside of the outline. And we're going to go around the entire outline of Cinderella's hair. And once again, working very slowly. Okay, so within the lines. And now we have to go around her earrings. So we want to go really slowly. And because this is a small area, we're going to use just the point or tip of our marker right in here. And now again, turn the page as you need to. And we're going to use the tip of the marker again towards the outline of her hair. Turning the page as we go. And, oh, we can't forget to do her bun. Perfect. Okay, and covering any little spots that we missed with the tip of our marker. And now, we also have to make sure that we're going to go around her crown. I'm working very slowly because there's lots of details in her crown, using the point of the marker towards the outline again. Great. Okay, so now that we've done the outline, we're going to color in the rest of Cinderella's hair, going in the same direction again, using the flat side of our marker, and working really slowly around the crown details. Perfect. Okay, and now the circles in Cinderella's crowns are see-through, and we would usually see the hair through that, so we're going to color in those little see-through holes yellow. Great job. Now, what other area on Cinderella is a golden color? You got it, the gem on her necklace. So we're going to color in that little metal area that would be golden yellow. We're using the tip of our marker because it's a really small area. Okay, so now that we've finished coloring in all the golden areas, we are now going to move on to her lips. So Cinderella's lips are usually a rosy color, so we can use pink or red. What color should we color her lips in this time? Did you say pink? Okay, let's do pink. So her lips are quite thin, so we want to make sure that we're working very, very slowly and using just the tip or point of the marker. Okay, now be very careful and put light pressure, because if you press too much, the color or the marker will bleed through the page. And work very slowly and carefully. Great job! Alright, so now that we've done the lips, what's next? Does anyone remember what color Cinderella's eyes are? You got it! Did you say blue? You're right! Okay, so let's color in her eyes blue. So the black part of the eyes are her pupils, and these white areas is what's called the iris. So we're going to color those in blue, using just the tip of the marker because it's a small surface area. And now her eyes look complete. Beautiful job. Now the whites of her eyes and her teeth are white, so we're going to leave those blank and we're not going to color them in. Alright, so Cinderella is now complete. So in the thicker Crayola markers, we don't have a skin color, so we're going to use the thinner Crayola markers in the peach color to color in Cinderella's skin. So here's the peach marker, and we're going to do the same thing, using the point towards the outline. We're going to trace the outline of the picture first, moving the picture around as we need to, and then using the flat surface, we're going to color in the rest of the area. happens when I do a crisscross. That's why it's always better to color in the same direction so it doesn't look as messy. Just like we did here. See the difference? Now we're going to color in her neck area, and we're going to go really slowly because now we have to outline and color around the necklace and the details of her dress. So work really slowly using the tip of the marker where you need to and the side, working very slowly. There we go. Okay, now for the hard part. We're going to outline the details of her face, her hair, and all of her jewelry to finish the entire picture. So I'm using the tip there because that's a very pointy and small area. And then the point towards the outer line and the flat surface towards the inside of the line. Now this is a tricky spot. We're going to start outlining around her lips and her eyes. So we need to work really, really slowly and very carefully. Again, the point towards the outline. Work slowly. And the easiest and best way to color is just like this, going around the outline first and then coloring the rest of the picture inside the outline. Go very slowly. Perfect. Now I'm just going to color in the rest of Cinderella's face using the flat side of the marker and trying to go all in the same direction so that it looks as neat and clean as possible. Perfect. Almost done. Done. There we go. And Cinderella is now complete. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and comment, and let us know what other Disney princesses you'd like for us to color.